listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is January 11th, 1/11, 23. And, we're here. So what is it, Wednesday? What is it today? Wednesday, right? Everything runs together for me. What is today? Is it Wednesday? I can't see the screen. Feels like Wednesday. And it is. Got the news this morning that Coraline passed away at 8:37 a.m. They removed her breathing assistance, and she went to the other side peacefully, painlessly, as far as we know. So, and that's that's the news. Sorry. We really, I don't even know what to say. But bear with me here while I send an email to somebody who might join me here tonight. Just unfortunate, unbelievable. It doesn't feel right. It's it just sucks. So when he called me today, Kurt, as soon as I got the call from British Columbia, I knew. Yeah. So I was hoping that by some crazy chance, it would have been like, you're not going to believe this. Because there's a rumor going around that started on Alien Girl Show that Coraline has improved. And I don't know how I heard it. It was spoken. The words came out. And I don't know why, but maybe it was meaning something else when it was said. I don't know. But unfortunately, that's the news. I just sent an email for somebody if they want to join the show. Not now, though. Not right now. Not right now. So if you are coming here, I am not going to bring you in right now because we're going to talk for a little bit. But, the other night, Coraline's brother saw the show that we did and appreciated that. So thank you all for your well wishes and all your posts and everything else. The support for Coraline it's huge. Everybody seemed to know her. And and that's it. So say a prayer for her and her family. She will always have a seat here. And if Coraline is here now, which I got to tell you, it felt like it earlier today when I spoke to Kurt, when he called. As soon as he said it, I couldn't hold. I wasn't even afraid to hold back. And we hung up rather quickly. It was probably less than a minute and a half call. Emotions were running high, so. And he could hear it, so. Anyway. Coraline, you will always have a seat here next to me at GoofOn. And we love you, and please look over us. And I know you're in a better place, much better. So we love you. Miss you greatly. So that's it. Hold on a second. Sorry. All right. Let's do a little bit of roll call and we'll move forward. Yeah, I don't mean to look like the angry channel. Believe me. You think I want to look like that, loser? I didn't say that. Coraline said that. I can hear her in my ear right now. She's sending me a private chat. Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. She said, just do your show. Just do your show. I will always be there, she just said. And that's it. Okay. All right. And we move forward. As you can see by the thumbnail, these are the people we need to look out for in 2023. As you can see, who's not here? Well, that's Travis right behind me. You don't see Lou Elizondo. You don't see Christopher Melonhead. You don't see Tom DeShlong, right? No. What you see are the Skinwalker folks and friends. And these are the people that just not doing it right. They think they are. They will tell us they're doing things right. They're doing stuff. Don't get me wrong. It's not like they're not doing anything. But the problem they're having is getting evidence to make us happy. And then when they come out with evidence, it's really bizarre. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't match up to what's on video. So how and why would we want to believe anything coming out of any of these people? We know this guy here, George Knapp. Is he the antithesis? And what is it? What is he? I don't know. He's the main leader. George Knapp, believe it or not, is the grandfather of Griftology. He's Grifter. I watched the Dark Sky Files video today. I almost watched the whole thing. I have 2 minutes left, and it was George Knapp. And I don't know if Rich sent it to me from Dark Sky. He said, dude, this is crazy. This is nuts. And I listened to it. And I said, what's so nuts about what he's saying? What's so nuts? The aliens are here. Yeah, they can look like werewolves and bats and Draculas and all that stuff. But they're here. All right. I think my eyes cleared up because I put clear eyes in it. Oh, my God, my head. Poor Coraline. Oh. I saw a super chat. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, guys. Still haven't made the change and got somebody to help out here. I hate to say, replace the job that Coral had. But Dorothy, thank you. I think you're the first one tonight. I haven't seen anything else. So, yep. Thank you very much, Dorothy. $2 super duper super chat. Super dono. That means there's no comment, no sticker. It's just pure love. Thank you, Dorothy. You see how I'm talking now? That's how everybody wants me to talk when I do my show, right? Don't say anything. Don't get over anxious. Don't get crazy. Don't yell. Don't even raise your voice. Just talk in a nice, calm, mature manner. Fuck you. Dorothy, thank you very much. And a big mucho gusto generoso as always. Well, thank you, Dorothy Hawkins, for the $2 and super dono. Ekush. Wait. Ekush. All right. Mucho gusto generoso. Thanks, Dorothy. I know I see comments in there, guys. Welcome to the show. I see some, people here. Lisa, good to see you. You look different. Almost like it's like you're a twin. Thanks. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Hellfire Studios, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Hey, Rebecca. What do you say? Welcome to the show. Hey, Bob. What do you say? Bob Birkins, Mike Johnson. How you guys doing? Welcome to the show. Hi, Shell. Welcome to the show. Andromeda Native. How are you? Welcome to the show. Hey, Mac. What's up? Mac Guffin. Grifters called other researchers grifters. Is this the best ufology has to offer in 20? I know. Isn't that weird? I thought about that. And every time I see the word grifter, I'm like, wait a minute. Everybody's grifting. Ufology. It's except for me. Yeah. There hasn't been one person who's ever caught me hoaxing, because it never happened. Mac, nice to meet you. I think you're kind of new here because I don't recognize you, and I really dig that profile picture. It's like one of the best I've ever seen. That is like Chucky Deluxe. It's like Chucky had a doll. You know, that's the doll Chucky would have right there. Beautiful. And welcome to the show, man. Good comment, actually. You're right. That's why. It's ironic, it's hypocritical, but not everybody's a grifter. There's one or two out there who do things the right way, even when nobody's looking. Yeah. That's how you keep doing things the right way. You do the right thing. You don't just speed when cops are... You don't speed when cops are around. You only speed when they're not around. Well, don't speed all the time. I know it's boring. As a guy, I can tell you this. It's boring to go slow sometimes. But if you do 5 to 7 over the speed limit, guess what happens? You'll never get pulled over. Yeah. I haven't been pulled over in a couple of months. I haven't had a ticket since 2012. Oh, take that back. I haven't had to pay for a ticket. Got one, but it was a lie, so I beat it. Tony Introvert, welcome to the show. And everybody else, what's up, John? How you guys doing? Bernie, how you doing, man? What's up, Gary, Mr. Henninger? For some reason, Gary, don't take this the wrong way. You could almost, for some reason, I see a connection that you and Bob Berkins are very similar to me. I almost feel like you could be Bob's father or brother. I don't know how old Bob Berkins is. He looks like a young guy. But if he's in his 30s, touching 40, then maybe he's your kid. Illegitimate? I don't know. You guys remind me of each other. It's funny. Hey, what's up, Mike? Dark Hour / I said / space paranormal. Hey, Iceman. What's up, Mr. G? That's what people used to call me. G! G, pass the ball. G, I'm open. G, look out! G's dead. What's up, Cyber Bri? How are you, Dorothy? Oh, don't be sad for me. Thank you, Dorothy. Yeah, prayers to Coraline. Look, one last thing. Coraline had some health issues. The way I took it, the way it sounds like, is she didn't go to the doctor in time. I officially now have health insurance. Well, as of the 1st of February. Well, actually, no. As soon as it gets processed and I have my ID number, which could be 2 to 4 days. And get this, guys. If I didn't have somebody to help me get the proper insurance that works for me, my insurance, get this, typically, you're going to shit, and I'm not making it up. It normally would be $855 a month for health insurance. If I didn't luckily slip in and make the cut to get some really good insurance that's practically nothing compared to this, because with the help of the state and whatnot. That's what happens when the haters cut your income in half. You can now afford Obamacare. Obamacare. It's not a joke. But when she told me, she goes, guess how much this insurance would cost you if just out of pocket? I'm like, how much? $855 a month. I said, no, it's not. I go, wait a minute. Yeah, you're right. Because when my mom and me and my mom, we were looking to get insurance for me when I was sick, and it was $550 to $600 a month, what we saw. Now, a year ago, that same insurance was only $425 to $450 a month. It's already gone up almost $200. Now it's doubled. So I can get all the health stuff I need to get done. I've been paying out of pocket. So, and at this point, I don't have a penny to my name. So, thank God. But what's going to happen next year? I'm saying if I make too much money next year, because they give you this insurance by your tax returns. They go off your taxes and your income you're proving you're making. So when I file next year, the year after for 2023, I know I'm going to make more money. They're going to kick me out of this program, and I'm going to be taking these medications that are making me healthy and thrive and live that I won't be able to afford in 2024. Where are we? Where health insurance is more than rent. We're in America. Look, I think how everybody should have health care and just pay $50 a month for it. $50 a month. If they did $50 a month, everybody would get health insurance. But what would happen? People would abuse the system, right? They'd get things done. They'd manipulate it. Let's make sure that doesn't happen, okay? Let's make sure everybody can afford $50 a month, and everybody should. And if we all get, see now, there's probably a couple of million people out there who can't afford insurance. I know it. I talk to a lot of people. And it seems like half the people I talk to, half the men I talk to don't have health insurance because it's too expensive. If they got everybody health care for $50 a month, not only would they pick up an extra 2 to however many million people that can't afford it, they would get all those people. Now, I was told today, I'm not going to say who in case I misquote something, but a couple of years ago, they had an MRI done. They had a trip in the ambulance. And when they were done after a couple of days, the bill was $18,000 for an MRI and a trip to the hospital to take a picture of you. When I took an ambulance ride several years ago to go 2 miles, they charged me $880. I still have the bill. $880. So what happens though, people will start living longer and they don't want us to live. This is exactly why things are out of control. This is population control on a level that if you're not in the upper echelon of middle class, you can't afford health insurance. Like, if she said, if I made $1 more, I wouldn't be able to have this. If I made $1 more, there's no way I would be able to get this health insurance. It's a population control, I think, by keeping us sick and money. So if they're charging, let's say $800 a month, that's 8 people for $50 a month. 9 if it's $855, right? So 9 people is how much I would be paying for if they just charged everybody. If they want to double it, even if it was $100, I can afford $100 a month to live, but they don't want that. This is what bothers me about our government, about the way this society is run, about every single thing that we have to rely on the government for. I feel like we're bullshitted, lied to, ripped off. I mean, this is a joke. Hold on, guys. I know there's some super chats. I apologize. I'm getting to them. I just kept on talking. I think the next one here. Sorry, I'm just backtracking and I may go too far. Nope, here we go. Sorry, guys. I know you put these in 10 minutes ago. But it's a weird time right now. Don Mofo. What's up, Don Mofo? That's a $2 super dono from Don Mofo. Mucho gusto generoso, Mofo. I like that. Hey, Mofo. Thanks, Don. Definitely a continuing supporter of Goof On. Good friend of the show, in my opinion. I know we never talked, but I feel that connection. I see your name every day. Thanks, Don. Seriously, I know. Thank you. And Bernie, again, thank you, Bernie Muro, for another $2 super dono. For the people who are here, a super chat and a super sticker. You know what those are. What's a super dono, you ask? Well, it's when it's a donation, the dough, with no sticker and no comment. Dough, no. But a dono is pure love. Thank you, Bernie. I get it. I get it. And this goes for Lantonio. I love you, Bernie. See, I can say it. Not afraid to say I love you. Especially to humans. Tony McClear. Thank you, man. A $5, £5, 5 quitter. Quid-er. Hey, Rich, just seen the news about the legend that is Coraline. Condolences, bro. All Goofonians know how lovely she is. Yeah. Thank you for those words, Tony. She is. It's sad when a light goes out. That was so kind. She was, man. You know? She was kind to me. Thank you, Tony. Mucho gusto generoso, brother. Appreciate it. What's up, Jammer Travels? Hey, Anonymous Rex, how are you today? Thank you, Tony. Seriously, you've been a continuing supporter of GoofOn for couple of years. I appreciate it. Never forget. Thank you. Hey, what's up, Greg O'Brien? $3.33. Throwing down the rock and roll Mr. Rich. There's no T in my name because I'm no bitch. Or maybe I am. I know one thing. I'm no bitch. Thank you, Greg O'Brien. Greg O'Brien, I bet you got red hair and glowing blue eyes. For the life of me, Greg, I'd love to hear your mind someday. Maybe we could share a moment on the show, maybe in like about 20 minutes? All right, maybe give or take. Greg may be joining me here in a few minutes to talk about the daily events that are happening in this ufological world. UFOlogical world. Greg O'Brien, thank you for the 333. I get it. I understand. 333. Today's 11123. Get it? 1 1 1 2 3 4 4 4 5 6 7 7 7 8 9 and so on. Do you see? Yeah, I just made that up. Thank you very much, Mr. O'Brien. You're a good lad. You're a nice orange man, you are. Okay, you're not, but your name is, laddie. Who's this guy? Hey, Mr. Sir Happy. I'm a stud of Coraline. Go bye-bye. Jar Jar, thank you so much for the love. Coraline, light she go. She's a happy. Okay, I know. And now she's happy. Yeah. Oh, rest in the peace. What are you, rolling your R's now? I don't know why I did that. Hey, Jar Jar, thank you for the $10 super dono. A dono. It's pure love. What's Greg saying? You're a black Irishman. Yeah, you are, laddie. I'm getting that accent down. I have practiced a little bit on it. It's coming down. It's coming out. Oh, no, that's okay. Thank you, Jar Jar. That's very, very, very generous. And you're a continuing supporter of GoofOn because you've done that before. I appreciate it, dude. You have no idea. Hold on. Did you hear about the two gay Irishmen, Rich? William Fitzpatrick. I see I can't do the accents, though. William Fitzpatrick and Patrick Fitzwilliams. Very nice. I never heard that one. You'd think I would have heard that joke before. That's a good dad joke, by the way. Appreciate that. Tony McClear says, sorry, dude. Was, is. No. No need to apologize. Please. I just did that. It's just me. I just feel, awkward. That's all. It's not, I didn't mean anything by it. I promise, Tony. No, you were fine. It's just me. I'm just playing, trying to deflect my emotions here. But thank you, man. No, I didn't think of it as a bad thing at all. I was just saying, it just feels weird. Past tense. I don't like it. That's all. Because I feel like Coral's still with me. Not that she was with me, but I feel like, Thanks, Tony. Appreciate this. Thanks again. Hey, Don. Don's throwing down the love tonight. It's another heartfelt super dono, bro. Super dono from Don Mofo. Don Mofo? Yeah. Don Mofo. Oh, yeah? Hey, Ben? Just fucking, yeah. I got too many teeth. Shh. Thanks, Don. Mucho gusto, generoso. Continuing supporter of Goofon. What's up? Jesse Peak from MUFON is here. Hey, Jesse. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming in, saying hi. Good to see you. Guys, check out Jesse Peak on YouTube, by the way. And don't forget our friends Amy at Alien Girl 111, 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. And also the Quantum Show, Nathan. And he's on at 10 p.m. sometime. Thursday, Monday, Friday. I don't remember. I'm sorry, Nathan. Maybe every night. And a few others out there. Take a look around. I'm going to play this video by that UFO chick. You know her. She comes into the chat and says hi. But she also posted, what's this, another one? Don Mofo throwing down two. Wait, you threw up two more? You did. What is this? One a minute? Come on. Thanks, Don Mofo. Don Mofo. Thanks, bro. No, seriously. Thank you. Thanks, Nathan. Yeah, no problem, brother. Quantum Show. See, I remembered. I can't forget. Ever. Don't want to. Thanks, Don. I'm so hungry right now. Conundrum. All right. I got a video here. We've never heard her speak. We've only seen her words. What does the UFO chick have to say for 30 seconds? I don't know. Let's see. Is this it? Here it is. There she is. And of course, yeah, thanks for not playing. Appreciate that. Here we go. There we go. Just pull up those anytime. Let everybody see it. Yep.
Say this. For the person that commented.
She's got an accent? What?
Finally, I've got to say this.
Holy.
For the person that commented that I have large breasts.
Huh?
And I'm only using them to get followers.
Oh, that's not true.
Stupid followers was the phrase. I can't help being genetically female, and unfortunately, yes, my cleavage does go up to my chin. So what do you want me to do about it? Shall I just wear a polo neck just to make you feel better?
No. I have the answer. If you really want to know. Can you make another channel and just show us? Just get it over with. That's what every guy's thinking out there, that UFO chick. Every guy's like, to show us, get it over with. I didn't even notice. I didn't. And I'm lying. 100% lying. Of course I noticed. Why wouldn't I? Yeah, and why should she have to change? Look, this isn't Christina Gomez. And Christina Gomez, look, I picked on her, yeah. I said she may have worn one low-cut blouse ever. But that's on her show. I've seen her on other shows. And sometimes a little cleavage goes a long way. I think Christina Gomez knows this. Now, that UFO chick is a different person. It's not Christina Gomez. The UFO chick here is not trying to gain subs, is not trying to make money. It's a totally different, she's just her. That's why I never said anything about it. Which, by the way, does not make me a misogynist now. See? No more. I'm not. I love a woman. I love a woman with hair and breasts and a butt and a great personality in that. Just kidding. You know, as you get older, you know what it comes down, you know what turns me on? Conversation. That is more stimulating to me, well, almost as a visual thing, but I don't know what it is when you get older. There's something about being with somebody that, you know, is like-minded and you feel is intelligent. It makes sex better. Anyway, good for you for saying that, you know? And of course, guys like me, we're going to point out the boobs. It depends on who you are. See, you're not in it for anything but the experience. You're not here to make money. You're not here. You could care less, right? If another follower or anything happened, right? I mean, you've been doing your own thing. I've seen you for at least a year. You come into the chats while you're here. I sent you a link to the show, like mine. I kind of figured she would like the show, maybe. So, and I don't know. I see her coming in. I never heard her speak. So the accent right there is like another step up in my opinion. I just the same thing that works for women. Accents, uniforms, and confidence works for guys too. We like that shit. We want to have a conversation with somebody other than, you know, what are we doing tonight? We want to get deep. I thought that was a nice video. It surprised me that she had an accent. I didn't expect that at all. Way to go, that UFO chick. You tell those guys out there, those misogynist bastards, how dare you look at her breasts? You know, in this day and age, well, you know, for all of us, that works. For us who are older than 40-ish. We've been down that road, talked about that, you know, when we were younger. Oh, women just do this to get attention, and guys just do that to, you know, because they feel like they have a small dick. You know, conversations aren't new, just different people. But when you get older, you realize what to say and what not to say, and who to say it to and when to say it, and who to say it about. She doesn't deserve to get that kind of negative attention just because she wears low-cut blouses and has big boobs. It is silly. But when Gomez goes on other shows and is bitching and complaining about subscribers, and then she lost her channel, I noticed a change. And I said something. And there was also rumors going around about Gomez and Jimmy Church and how they're, you know, whatever. I don't know. It's a rumor. It was a rumor going around not last Christmas, but the Christmas before that. Oh, anyway. Now, let's move on to UFOs. So, this sighting is getting some legs. People are talking about this on Twitter. It's already got 6,000 views on it. It was put up earlier. This was from June 7th last year. I think I know what it is, but I'm going to show it to you, and I want to see what you think. It's not an impressive video at all. So get your microscopes out, or telescopes, or whatever you use. We're talking Dot City. But let's see if there's any movement. It's a drone. That's it. Done. Next. That's a drone in the worst way. Everything about that is a drone. The way it looks, the way it moves, the way... Oh, what's this up there? Holy mackerel, I didn't see that. What? Oh, I didn't see that earlier today. But that looked fake. Didn't it? That looked like they added this. Watch. Oh, that looks like they added it. I'm not sure, but I'll have to show the Cousins brothers. They're going to look at this and go, dude, this whole thing's crap. It's just dots. Throw it out. All right. Dots are only good if they do maneuvers. Do maneuvers. If they make maneuvers, you know what I mean. Huh? What is this? Bird? Oh, well, this is a little bit interesting. I thought this was a bullshit video. Oh, this is this. I only saw this on the phone. I didn't see all this stuff. Oh, wow. So I think I know what's going on anyway, but let's watch it. Now, there's no music, nothing to stimulate our senses. So we're going to add our own. Welcome back to Goof On of Moons. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. We've got a plethora of UFO videos coming in from the public. Some amazing things coming out of Saskatchewan. And the news just keeps coming in. People keep sending it, and we keep putting it out there right here on Goof On of Nerds. I don't know what... I was going to say something else. Here we go. Check this out. Welcome back. See, I think this is a drone. All right, now I'm going to tell you what I think it is. I think that's a drone, and the other stuff that comes into view is particulates in the air. And I'm going to make a video doing this. So what that means is I'm going to get my drone, going to fly it up on a cloud, just like that, up in the sky, see if it looks like that. And then see if dust and dirt flies around, showing up on the monitor. Because let me tell you something. When people look at the sky, what are they doing? They see orbs, they say, right? And there's a lot of people using the sky to their advantage. And they take advantage of the gullible, the unknown, the not informed. And they say, hey, this one UFO keeps to be moving around, but yet there's other ones popping up. No, they're not. I'm gonna duplicate this as best as I can, and I'm gonna show you. Now, the one thing I don't like is the drone, if it is a drone, is very white, right? Hold on. My drone, when it's up in the sky against a blue background, doesn't look like this. So I may have to put white stickers on it, which is something I will do. I have Post-its that are white, and I can just cut them and then decorate the drone in white sticker. And then put it up in the sky and see if it looks like this. Because there are white drones. Okay, there's plenty of white drones. I can't remember. Phantoms. The DJI Phantom is white. And it's not that small. But I think that's what's going on here. If I am wrong, and this is real, it's pretty good. See, this is interesting how this black object comes out of nowhere and this white dot comes out of nowhere. But interesting because of how it showed up. It just showed up and then stopped. And this one too. So usually when you're seeing dust and dirt in the sky, you will see bugs. And believe it or not, bugs, insects that can fly, they will stop. I mean, they'll fly, you know, and they're flapping their stuff, but they do. They do. And it looks like a UFO, especially if you just get it a little bit out of focus. You're going to learn a lot this year. This is the year. Yeah, I can't wait. All right, so that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. All right? We're going to try to debunk that video. I don't think it's the greatest thing to debunk, but it's something I can try. So we'll do that. All right. Hey, Gary, if you want to join, you're more than welcome to now. I really want to get your opinion on a lot of things because I want to talk with Gary about, if he comes on. If he doesn't, that's fine. But we've got issues with ufology. We know that. We know we've got issues. And nobody's held accountable for anything. No, not for lying, not for really lying. What you know, and I really didn't get into it yesterday, and I meant to talk about the morality of the lie. It's not that they're doing this for fame or money or anything. I don't think they are at Skinwalker Ranch. I think this is all about ego. See, they're going to say, no, it's not. We're trying to find evidence to show the world. Okay, you've been there for a couple of years, bro. 3, 4, 5 years. You have given us shit, and hang it up. Hang it up. Skinwalker Ranch is a failure. It's a failure. Oh yeah, I'm wearing my Ripley's, believe it or not, cryptozoology tracking team. It's got everything in here. And it glows in the dark. Loch Ness, mermaids, 6-inch anaconda thing, big feet. Oh. Man-eating plants, fig butt. Oh. Coraline! But it all starts with George Knapp. Now, I'm going to play a video that I was watching earlier today that's on Dark Sky Files. And this is George Knapp talking about how he got into talking about Area 51 and doing the Bob Lazar thing. It's an interesting story, one I've heard, but within that story, there's another hour of information that the guy just talks like it's all real. George Knapp is the leader of Knapp's Chaps. I know. And I don't mean chaps like you wear. These are his chaps. His buddies. Knapp's Chaps. Hey, nobody else came up with anything like that. Only me. Knapp's Chaps. I love it. How can you not? Come on, Knapp's Chaps. What am I doing? I'm looking. Oh, the video. Oh, hold on. Knapp's Chaps. Love it. Knapp's Chaps. Who sent that video to me? Was it Rich? Or was it Hellfire Studios? I don't know. I'm pulling up the video because, well, I wanted to check here. All right. So, was it you? Nope, it was Dark Sky. Huh? Interesting. Yeah, it was Rich. Dark Sky Files. Here it is. Yeah. How his Area 51 investigation began. Oh, this is beautiful. Such a beautiful story. I can't believe George Knapp fell for this. See, I think, and I feel super confident that this was Bob Lazar is a psyop, a real psyop. It was the best way for the government to blow the cover on Area 51 officially and not be responsible. So they blame it on Bob Lazar. And if it wasn't for George Knapp, Bob Lazar's story, oh my God. Do I still have the Band-Aid on? Oh my God, I still have the Band-Aid on. I thought I took this off this morning. I wonder why people were looking at me at the gym funny. He's got 2 Band-Aids on. One there and one here. Oh no, it fell off! Right? All right. Here's the video. George Knapp talking how his Area 51 investigation began. You know, Bob Lazar, Skinwalker. Don't you find it amazing that George Knapp has to be around the biggest stories in the history of ufology? I'm an investigative journalist. Not a really good one anymore. Hey, Amy's here. How you doing, AG? What's up, Star Child? Yeah, you've been here for a minute now, I see. What's up, Joe K, Martin, Tacey? What's up, everybody? Good to see you. Shadi Panorin? How you doing? Raging Against the Machine's back. I'm sorry, Raging Against the Machine. No link in email. Well, I sent it to you. Maybe I didn't. Let me try it again. I may have forgot it. It's possible. Let me do it again. Hold on. Control V. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, you're right. I left it out, didn't I? Stupid. Let me grab the link for you. Here we go. Invite, copy. I think I sent you a copy of your own email back. Here it is. There you go, kid. Huh? Oh, shit. Hold on. I just saw an email from David Wilcox. I'm sorry. Let me check. See if there's anything. Oh, here it is. PayPal. Andrew sent $10. Thank you, bro. Love, light, and peace. Thank you so much. That was on PayPal. Thank you. Seriously. Thank you very much, Andrew. That is very, 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 very kind. Thank you. Oh, I see, David. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's a good idea. I have a video here that was made. I want to play this real quick. All right, I'll play this video that I just got from Mike in the chat. It's a tribute video for Coraline. I'll play that right after I do this. Let's see how George Knapp did this, and then we'll go back and listen to the video, Mike. Thank you. Here we go.
So you have to ask yourself, why would I stick with this stuff? How did it ever get this way? And I'll tell you, my connection to the Area 51 story basically started the day I was hired at Channel 8 back in 1981. The guy who hired me was named Bob Stodahl. He's a good friend of mine. He was the news director, became a mentor to me, and he had at the time been collecting little bits and pieces about Area 51, anything that would appear in an aviation magazine. Sometimes there would be...
Don't you see? George Knapp just used the word mentor, just like Jeremy Corbel. As you know, my friend and mentor, George Knapp. What a mentor. mental. You know, George Knapp used to hold weight. Too bad it was just air. And good all over hot air, guys.
Be a message, a little story about Groom Lake in the newspaper, and he had that file and he showed it to me. I thought, that's kind of interesting. And then I didn't think about it for a couple of more years. In 1984, the Air Force illegally seized 89,000 acres around Area 51. They just took it. That's one day it's public land. The next day you try to drive on that land and there's guys with guns there and you're turned back. And they later, 2 years later, asked for permission to do it. And I've got a little clip I'll show you in a minute, a couple of minutes about them appearing to before Congress to talk about it, in which they're asked, well, what authority did you do this under? Well, we'll have to tell you in a closed door briefing. And so that caught my attention. I wrote some stories about that back then, but I didn't do anything again for a while. However, my friend Mr. Stoddall and his friend Ned Day, who became a mentor to me, were very busy with a story of their own. They broke the story about the existence of the stealth fighter being tested and test flown out there at Area 51. That was a big story. F-117A, they broke it. Everybody else picked it up.
All right, come on. Get to Bob, will ya?
Distinguished and smart, and in the view of a lot of people, completely crazy.
Oh, here we go.
He'd flown just about every plane you can imagine.
Talking about John Lear.
And in a lot of ways, distinguished and smart, and in the view of a lot of people, completely crazy. Because he became interested in UFOs. And I mean, when he became interested, he went all the way. So he shows up at the station one day, not long after helping Ned to break that story about Area 50, or the F-117, and he's got a great big stack of UFO documents, and he drops them on Ned's desk, and he says, you got to read this stuff. This is really interesting. It's the biggest story in history, and what do you think? And Ned says, I'm not having any part of this. People will think I'm crazy. I don't have time to deal with UFOs. Forget it. Well, I'm eavesdropping at the time, and so I, as usual, and so I said, hey, let me take a look at that stuff. And I first met John Lear. I took that stuff home and started reading it. Some of it was obviously manufactured by someone, but a lot of it was legitimate documents. Some of it was obviously manufactured by someone.
Oh shit, I was muted? That's weird that it muted me. I didn't even touch it. Why would I do that? It shouldn't have. What I was saying is, thank you for letting me know that Greg's here. I'm going to bring him on in a second. I haven't made that mistake in a long time. It's pretty good. What I was saying was, did you hear what he said? The information he got, some of it was manufactured and some of it was legit. One more time and then I'll bring Greg on.
Look at that stuff. And I first met John Lear. I took that stuff home and started reading it. Some of it was obviously manufactured by someone, but a lot of it was legitimate documents obtained from our government, secret studies conducted by military agencies and
Yeah. Come on, Greg. Here we go in 3, 2. Gosh. What's up, Mr. O'Brien? How are you, lad?
Good evening to you, sir. How are you, my friend?
Hanging in there. Health-wise good, but,
Yeah.
Cool. So,
Yeah.
But how you doing?
Do you have, off the bat, do you have a problem with people not revealing their sources, like, such like a Russ Coldheart or a George Knapp? Do you find a conundrum in that in any sort of way?
When they abuse it, when it's all the time, every single time, like they come out, they go, can't tell you who, whistleblower, or we can't give that source information because, we just can't. Yeah, it's very frustrating, especially when it's coming from people in the know, or they want us to think they know, Greg. They know no more than you or I. I don't care if they know Lou Elizondo. I don't care if they know congressmen. I don't care if they know the president. They know no more than we know. And they act like they know there's stuff going on behind the scenes. But I've been hearing that for 19 years and nothing has ever shocked me. Nothing, because there's nothing.
The system needs to be deconstructed from the all the way from the top to the bottom and be rebuilt, because this, this non-sane stuff is just ridiculous, and we know how far it's got us so far, and it just needs to be rebuilt. I mean, people need to start either coming out themselves, and we need names. Is basically at the end of the day, we need names to verify. It's all about verification in this field.
You would think after 70-something years, there would be something we can hold on to and say, this is metal from a UFO. Why?
Not personally.
If it's, you know what I mean?
Not personally. Like,
oh yeah,
I don't have a piece of metal in my back pocket.
No one does. No,
right.
No one does.
Well, do you think no one is a broad statement? Do you think like the CIA or like the government has some in their possession?
I think, here's what I think. I don't think they have a UFO. I think they found technology that they don't understand that was used thousands of years ago for the pyramids and everything else. I think they have that technology and are trying to understand it. Maybe they broke that barrier and can build stuff with it and fly it. Maybe that's what people are seeing. I don't know. It just so far, the only reason they would hide it is because they want to use it as a weapon. And they don't want our, the rest of the world to know we have this weapon. So what does that mean? Well, that means if there's a Tic Tac out there and it's ours, it can go 30,000 miles an hour with a bomb attached to it. Nobody can stop that. So that's what they're worried about. What they're really worried about, Greg, is these black budget programs, these scientists, these people finding out how everything works and then keeping it for themselves while telling the government they haven't figured it out.
Things
and then
like
selling that.
Sorry.
No, that was my fault.
Sorry. Things like the Tic Tac don't need a weapon system on board, only because their maneuverability alone can go ahead and just terrify the pants off anybody, in my opinion. And it's their maneuverability is a weapon within itself. It can make somebody behave real quickly. So I don't think technology can go. Okay, say the Tic Tac is ours. Okay.
Yeah.
And they say, we're 30 years ahead of time. So what is 30 years ahead of the Tic Tac? You got to ask yourself, right? So what the hell is next?
Let me ask you this. 40 years ago, when they came out with the stealth bomber, they said we're 50 years ahead. This was 50 years ago we had that. Well, that means Roswell, right? Somewhere around there. No, it had to be after Roswell. Well, it had to be before Roswell if it came out in the 80s, right? 70, 60, 54, maybe 40 years. Yeah, maybe Roswell, there was something there. I don't know. But according to, if you go by what Bob Lazar said, he saw some of them leaned up against a wall and one had an American flag on it. Maybe it was to disguise that it wasn't ours. I don't know if I buy that. It was very broad description of these UFOs that anybody can make up. But I think that we have technology, not necessarily from another planet, from here.
I mean, heck, I believe it was 1884. There was a physicist, his name escapes me, but there was a physicist who claimed that anti-gravity was already claimed to be true. Like, they figured this out back in the late 1800s.
What?
Oh, forgive me, I don't know his name.
Oh, you got to remember that. You'll figure it out. Yeah, that's cool.
Sorry, I'm unprepared. But still,
I thought you were going to say something else. That's why I was nodding. I'm like, oh, I know where you're going with that. But you went another way. I'm like, whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, that just goes to show you, and also I believe they still claim today that we cannot launch an airplane vertically. When back in 1958, there's actually film of us launching, pilots in aircraft vertically. Like from off a stand and just
catapult almost,
right? Yeah, from just the thrust alone can get into no runway necessary. And still to this day, I do believe they can't do that. But yet it was done 70 years ago.
So I was around. I don't know how old you are. How old are you? Are you 50 yet?
46.
Okay, so you're almost 8 years younger, but nonetheless, when the stealth bomber came out, they said, imagine this, and now imagine what we are 50 years ahead on now. So we're about 40 years down the road. I haven't seen anything that's 40 years from the 80s that's blowing me away. It's the same craft that we had before, just a little faster, a little sharper, better technology. End of story. Nothing going up, down, disappearing. You know what I mean? Nothing. No cloaking technology. Nothing alien that I could see.
Do you have a favorite video that you can point to? Like, say, if you were trying to convince somebody about if UFOs are real, do you have a favorite video? You'd be like, look, check this out.
Yeah, just mine.
Just yours?
Yeah, I've got several, yeah.
When was your first sighting? Forgive me.
Well, I had my very first adult sighting I had probably was 27. But, when I was 5, 6, we had a power outage in New York City. 75 it was, actually. So I was 7. And there was a red dot. There was a couple of them seen along the eastern seaboard. The whole East Coast went. It was one of the biggest blackouts in history. And these red lights popped up. And we saw one in Staten Island. All the neighbors were outside. But, after that, I was with my girlfriend, and we were swimming in the backyard, obviously. And they had like a tower. You go up, and then you could dive into the pool or slide down. And I turn around, and I see a white or a light in the sky. And it was north. It wasn't to the west. It wasn't Venus. It was the summertime. And her dad came out. Mom came out. My girlfriend was there. We were all watching it for probably 30 minutes. It didn't move. And back then, I didn't have a video camera. I had a camera, but I was at my girlfriend's house. That means I had to go all the way home and get it. Nah. So I thought about going to it. It didn't look that far away, maybe a couple of miles. So when I went downstairs to my car, they saw it, but I couldn't find it again for some reason. So, and then after a while, I went back up on the tower 5 minutes after figuring I can't see it. I found it when we just watched it until the sun went down. And about a year after that, I used to go to Mexico for business. And once a month, I would go down there, sometimes twice. I would drive just past Yuma to a place called Algodones, Mexico. And it's 15 minutes past the border. And once in a while, I would see that very similar light in the sky. And I brought a friend with me because he was going to be hired, and he saw it, and it freaked him out. And we went to the border, and I said, all right, we're going to see it probably when we come home, and it'll be on this side he goes, how? And I go, it's just a UFO, man. They're just watching everything I do and, joking around. And this was before I was in ufology. This is 96. Yeah, I remember the job and everything. So he saw it. And that was the last time we ever hung out. And that guy, was really cool. We hung out before I got him the job, and then he didn't want anything to do with me. Isn't that weird?
Well, I know how the you and you're not seeing him anymore. But back to the first when you were 6 years old, and was it 6 years old when you were with your girlfriend?
7. Oh no, okay. I was 26.
Oh, 26. Okay, good. Even after that, did you mention to each other like a day or two? Did you even think about it afterwards, after the sightings? Because I've heard a lot of people who have
95.
said,
did I what?
Did you actually converse about this the sighting after the days have passed, a couple days have passed, or anything, or ever mention it again? Because
we talked about it a lot, actually. We told
wondering...
everybody just to see if anybody else saw it, because it was up there for so long. Nobody reported it on the news either.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, I mean, but maybe back then, maybe not so much, because
that was only a couple of years before the Phoenix Lights.
Yeah.
People in Arizona are very familiar with the UFO activity there because the sky is so wide. In Florida, I could barely see 2 miles in either direction. There's trees everywhere, but in Arizona, you could see 100 miles in one direction. So people know about the lights in Arizona. So it's not that bad to talk about it. People believe it. And people have seen the same thing.
Have you ever met Tom King? He was in Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah,
okay,
he doesn't
so
like me for some reason. I don't know why. But
okay.
Maybe because I said he's got a lot of bullshit. But, he was new at it back in the days and said he captured the Phoenix Lights, which was airplanes, I found out. So he lied a little bit here and there.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I thought
Not
he had
cool.
like pretty much like the official footage, pretty much what like everybody used, like the History Channel and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It
He
turned
does
out
have some legitimate stuff, but after he got the legitimate stuff, he never did again. And he kept trying to get that same, that's why he left. He couldn't do anything anymore in the community. He's not in here anymore. Nobody talks about Tom King. And he used to be in it.
He's in it, man. Trust me. He has.
I know he's friends with my friend Jeff Willis, who's been in it for his whole life, and Jeff told me that he's out of it.
Yeah, he's pretty much got a Skydome 360 on top of his roof with like many cameras pointing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's still in it, man. He's
still doing it, huh?
For sure, if not more than now than ever.
Wow, no shit.
No shit, dude.
Maybe I should get him on.
You should try, man. Definitely.
Oh, he's got some stories too. He's a good guy, man. He's done great work. I'm not saying he's a fraud. I'm just saying after he caught the good stuff, he never got to that level again. Kind of like me. It happens, you know. You go out there and it takes time to get something.
It just sucks, man. When you see the obvious in somebody's footage and they want to believe so bad, and you tell them, you can see their heart breaking, right? And you don't want to do that because that leads to the misery and like conflict and it just sucks. Like it goes back to our own truths, right? If everybody has their own truths, like I was like the chat last night.
Oh yeah,
a few nights ago. If everybody has their own truth, does that mean everything's a lie? You know what I mean?
No. Remember I said no.
You're talking about beliefs, though. I'm talking about truths and beliefs. They're two different things.
Oh, I know.
Okay,
I know.
So go ahead. What were you saying?
No. Ask me what you were going to. I think you were going to say something.
No.
Well, what I said last night to that comment is that it doesn't mean people are faking it. People have their beliefs, and they also have shit that isn't a UFO, but they believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
But there's people who believe it is, and it is a UFO. So, you know, it goes both ways. But it doesn't mean that everybody's bullshit. But probably these statistics that are out there and they run in line with everything I've ever monitored. It's 95% explained and 5% we can't. So it's usually about 98%. But
so you think beliefs and truths are the same?
No.
Okay, well, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying, because you had mentioned beliefs a couple of times, and I was actually talking about each individual's truths, like what they actually, I guess, believe in truth, right? I guess it kind of does go hand in hand.
No, they don't. If you believe in something, that doesn't mean it's true. That just means you believe it.
Well, what if you saw it with your own eyes? There's different kinds of beliefs then, I guess, then, rather, right? Because different scale to that.
Let's say I saw a light in the sky, right? And it's an airplane. And the person next to me sees a UFO. How am I going to convince that person? Well, I'm going to have to show them with good video camera and a good lens that there's flashing lights on there that you just can't see because it's a little out of focus or the light's too bright. You got to explain these things. The details matter in ufology. And this is the problem we're having. People are leaving out the details. And we don't know what to believe anymore because it's such a broad stroke that you're calling it a UFO. Why? Why? What did it do that made you believe it was a UFO? Well, it just appeared, now it's gone. Wow. I mean, that could be anything. Tell me more. You know, how many witnesses were there? What was the weather? Did you feel anything? Did you have a feeling? Did you dream about this? Do you know anybody else who's seen anything? Have you ever seen it before? Do you have it on video? So many questions that are never answered. I used to have like 2 pages for people to fill out on my website if they wanted to put a sighting in, you know? You need those details. People leave them out. Sad. But that's the problem. You know, when you do this for a long time and you try to explain it to somebody who'd never done it and they want to believe so badly, that's why I just, like a Band-Aid, I just tell them, it's not what you think it is. And let me explain why. And then they still hate me for it. It's weird. Because you're killing the dream.
Exactly. That's why I don't think videos would work. I don't think videos work as good as they should because, like, it comes back to each individual's truth. As long as each individual has their own truth, nothing's going to get solved at the end of the day, kind of like Disclosure. Yeah. It all needs to come to a point. It almost needs to have like a a mission statement so we all know what we're after, because at this point I think we're kind of all after something different, which leads to chaos. Not that chaos is not a beautiful thing, but it still leads to chaos, and once chaos is ensued, what's going to get solved?
Well, that's what I've been trying to do for 19 years, and nobody wants to do the right thing. They still don't want to say that they've made mistakes. They don't want to admit that they captured something that isn't what they think it is, even if you prove it to them. And the difference between me and a lot of people out there is because I'll like, for instance, for 11 months, I recorded satellites, and I thought they were these magical orbs showing up in the sky, iridium flare satellites. I recorded over 1,100 at the time. And I'd go out day and night, sick, before sunset, after sunrise, 2-4 hours, then I'd go back out. But I would capture anywhere from 1 to 15 of these satellites, thinking they were UFOs powering up, because that's what I kept hearing from a lot of other people. Look at this. And I'm like, I've never seen a satellite do that, because I've never seen a satellite do that. So how do I know? Well, somebody sent me an email 9 months later, and they go, you're recording satellites. And I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm going to prove it to you. Give me the date, the time, the direction, I'll show you. And he did. He proved to me that I recorded 3 satellites, iridium flare satellites. And I'm like, oh my God, that's a thing? I didn't record another one for another year on purpose. I stopped right there. I'm wasting my time. Why would I do this anymore? But it wasn't a waste of time, because I learned a lot. And I also captured 5 triangles over that time as well. 3 points of light, going in the same direction. So yeah, very interesting. People just I stopped where other people continue to record the iridium flare satellites, even if because I try to prove it to them and I tell them, hey, here's what. Nope. They like the attention. People love feeling special in this field.
If you didn't think that guy had told you there were iridium flares, do you think he would still believe that you captured UFOs to this day?
I would have figured it out.
Yeah.
Eventually. Yeah, somebody else would have said something, because once I put that out there, that, oh my God, I put it on my channel. I'm like, look what I have to do. I have to remove all these videos because, and then after that, everybody started picking on, who's that guy that's got the ranch? James, no, wait, what's his name? God, he's got that ranch by the mountain in Oregon. And they see the lights, and he calls them UFOs, and they all sing Kumbaya, and they all go out there. What's that guy's name?
I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
That's all right. It's all right. It's somebody in the chat knows. They'll say it, yeah. So that guy's still doing it and making money off of it. James Gilliland.
Never heard of the dude.
What? Oh my God. James Gilliland's like an icon in ufology. For the wrong reasons, but still,
of course,
everybody knows him. He's not a bad person. He just believes what he believes. And I think he's by Mount Shasta, and they have a cabin out there, a resort or something they made called the Gilliland Ranch. And people go out there and they pay and they stay for a weekend, a week, whatever. And then, he knows that these things are going to show up at certain times. So they start the Kumbaya at 10. And then by 10:05, they're powering up. Keep talking. They hear you. And, oh, this is amazing. And people start fucking each other and having sex right there in front of the alien. Oh, I'm joking. They don't do that. I'm sorry, Greg. I didn't mean to put you in that position. Look at him. I knew that would get that reaction from you.
I love it, man. I love comedy.
I'm sorry, man.
No, comedy's
but
the best.
But that's the problem in ufology, is people like him who are making something out of it, That's the field we live in. And I don't accept it. I hate it. Hate it.
It's a sad truth. I know you have the word grifter in your
I never
in your
used
title.
it before. Yeah.
I love that word. But yeah, what was grifter even mean? I understand like the context, what it's used in, but what's the actual definition of grifter, I wonder?
A grifter is a person who engages in petty or small-scale swindling.
Nice. That's always a good thing.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Well, I've seen the Angry Channel use grifter just about every show. there's another grifter pulling the wool over our eyes, Richard Nolan. Yeah, so just about everybody we know in this field has done some grifting.
Man,
Sad.
I just think we're filled with a whole bunch of people who just want to who have a whole bunch of inner energy, who just want to get it out through their channels and everything, because they're everybody on these channels are, for lack of a better term, artists. I mean, they're creative. That's a better. Everybody wants to be creative. They have this creative energy within inside them, and they just all express it a little bit differently. And at the end of the day, energy is energy, and that's, we kind of got to live there also.
Have you ever seen a UFO?
As a matter of fact, 1986, I was in the backyard, northeast part of the United States, and summer night, 86, me and my dad, and then our neighbor, and I just happened to look up, and it was just a star just sitting there. I don't know what made me look at it. And then all of a sudden, the star did what the Tic Tac basically did, went like that and stopped like that, and it did like zigzags. So,
that's what I saw. That's what got me into the field.
Yeah, crazy, man. And like, we didn't know what to think of it, but now that I know kind of what I know, I'm not so sure it could have been USG, United States government. I just don't know.
I don't either. Yeah.
So I mean, but it was just a star. It was a point of light, just like a star, and it zigzagged.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Sky.
Me and my wife saw it. My wife saw it first. I got a dog for her, and we went outside to walk him at 10 o'clock at night. And she goes, "Do you see that?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "Look at these lights that are moving funny." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I see that." And there was one light that went like this, then it went back. Then another one came up on the left of it, and then it went down. And then they both went like this, stopped a good distance away, but it looked like they were going to run into each other, and then they went out. So I went out the next night, and at exactly the same time.
Anything?
Yeah.
Really?
Same thing.
Love it. Absolutely love it, man.
But what I started thinking is that it's satellites. But I kept saying it's satellites. It's got to be. And my wife's like, "Dummy, satellites don't back up." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's right."
At least At least hopefully not back then, but usually they do have satellite busters up in space now that can just maneuver. They go, you've heard of them. They're machines that go up to like the adversary's satellite.
Yeah.
Go up and just, do whatever the hell it wants. So it's like a little robot on just floating around out there. And then I believe that's some of the stuff we might see also. And also, did you know, it's interesting you said you were out walking your dog, because most sightings happen when people are walking their dogs or smoking a cigarette. They go outside to smoke a cigarette. So basically that's why I bought a dog and started smoking.
Well, good thing it wasn't, crack or something else.
No, crack is whack, dude.
It is whack. Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, well, when people go outside, to smoke or whatever,
Sure.
They're just observing and, oh wow, what the frig is that? Yeah, it's weird, because when I was into it, going out every day in those first 6 years, I would get feelings to go outside, and I'm like, I think I'm addicted to this. But then I'd go outside, and sure enough, there would be something happening. Maybe it wasn't a UFO, or maybe it was, but something would grab my attention. And that happened probably a dozen times. That's not a lot. You would think out of 20-something thousand hours it would happen, but I didn't get that many feelings. But it did happen. It did happen a couple times, and that's how I captured the fleet. My first one on December 12th, and then again on January 27th, a year and a half later, or 2 years later almost. And then the April 15th or 16th, I don't remember what day it was, and that's when I got the fleet of all fleets, which is, you've seen it, where the objects are going for here, and then it goes around. And have you seen it? You've seen it, right?
I've seen variations of them. Yeah, all across. Yeah, just different.
No,
variations.
I mean my video. Yeah.
No, it's on your YouTube page, right?
Nah, it's embedded in a show. I'll show you.
You got it in your back pocket? Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, of course I do.
Hey.
Huh?
And then I was gonna say, man, something kept you in this field for so freaking long, and it's what do you think that is?
Because I don't like people being lied to, and I like to look at people's videos and see if anybody's really going to catch something someday. I like the fact that this is one of the most important things that could happen in our lives. You know, we all want to know what happens after we die, and we want to know if we're alone in the universe. And to be a part of something that is that magnificent and groundbreaking and possibly society changing, it's addicting, you know? I feel like there's something that I need to do, and I don't know what it is, but if this is it, then I guess this is it. But I think there's something else that's destined for me.
You're right. It's just an amazing question, because sometimes I figure that if we were to figure out what ET is, we can figure out what we are. And I'm more interested right now in figuring out what we are, like as a human race, excuse me, on this planet. Yeah,
you think if we figure out what ETs are, that means we'll figure out who we are?
Yeah, either by direct, confirmation or study of.
Let me ask you this. If we went to another planet and just showed up, we're not connected to those beings on that planet. Why would they be connected to us?
That's a great point. I just think because a lot of people do believe that, that we are a part of the Greys. Yeah. That's I guess the biological connection is more like along the lines of what I was trying to get at.
I was seeing what you were thinking. That's why I asked, and it's a good answer.
Great point.
Actually.
No, that's a great point, man. Actually, yeah, I'm glad you bring that up. This is why I like having these talks. It's we're not always right, and I always love having a person there to correct me. Keep me on the right track. So I appreciate the criticism.
These people behind me here. I wish they would just be honest, but they can't. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are honest, but they're just ignorant to what they're doing. I just don't buy that either. You know what I mean? I can't trust these people. Every time a video comes up or they have an opinion about something, it is so vastly different from what I think, and I don't understand why. Am I not informed? Or are they more informed on this than I am? I mean, do you have an explanation for that? Do you feel that way with these people?
I absolutely do feel that way. I feel anybody in the media is deceiving. I just think only that because it leads back to Project Mockingbird. It just I think the news is controlled by people who want you to know their truth. And that's the only reason it exists. And I'm not going to listen to somebody else's truth that's pushing an agenda. And it just goes back to this trust. And it goes back to the people behind you. I think they're all part of the media, especially the New York Times article with Leslie Kean. I think that was a huge part of a CIA op, and whether Leslie Kean knew it or not, which I think she did, because I think a lot of those people are implanted in major news organizations, especially the higher ups. I mean, you've seen the videos of like Mockingbird where everybody keeps saying the same thing over and over each channel. It's a speech, man.
Yeah,
it's all rhetoric. It's all propaganda, and I don't buy it, and I don't think anybody else should. Especially when they changed the name from, UAP to UFO. No, I'm not. It's just UAP is a 4-letter word to me, man.
Well, the only reason they did that was to differentiate what the public captures and what government captures. That's the only reason they did it. But because the public was misinformed on why they were using UAP, the people on other mainstream channels were saying, oh, now they want us to use this term called UAP. They didn't say we had to use that term. They just said we use this term for the government, but it was false. Everything about them wanting to change UFO to UAP is not true. But then they saw what not me, but others were saying, oh, they want us to now use UAP. That caught fire and that lie took off. And now people think, oh, UAP is the new term. No, it's never been the new term. It shows the difference between what government people see and what we see in UFOs. It's the only way they can differentiate without confusing themselves.
And UAP isn't really a new term. It's been around for a while. Matter of fact, Ted Rowe from NICAP and his boss, the guy he was under, used it, I think, back in the late 80s.
It's been around for at least, I know, 20 years, because Hillary Clinton used it on Jimmy Kimmel's show a long time ago when he first started.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What's that?" She said it's government term for UFOs.
Yeah,
All
with
right, so
her Joker smile.
yeah, which her and Greer have the same smile almost. I think I got it here. I do have it. I just got to do this. I hate the way that they make you won't hear anything. But see, here we go again. It's doing it. I don't know why. Let's see if this works. Oh, wait, hold on. Chemtrails. Why did I do this? I am so weird. I accidentally pulled up chemtrails in April. Why would I do that? I need fleet in April. I thought I had it, right?
Chemtrails in April, it sounds like an old time song, doesn't it? Like it should be at least like the 40s. Chemtrails in April.
Spraying their disease all over the trees. I'm getting dirty knees. I got it somewhere. See, now I actually downloaded the video for myself, okay? And now I can't find it. How weird is that? See, this is the weird thing. I had it ready because I knew I'd be talking about this eventually again, so I left it out. Now I have to pull it off my old website again. This is so bizarre.
What did you do?
I don't know. Oh, wait, here we go. Nope, that's not it. But this video is unbelievable. This is... Now, I'll just set it up while I'm finding it. So I'm driving down the road, and I'm sitting at a stoplight, and I had the sunroof open, and I saw a flash in the sky right in front of me. And another, and another. I'm like, that's weird. And then I saw what looked like they had dust devils in Arizona, little tornadoes that when it's hot out, the hot air meets with the other colder air and it makes these little tornadoes. And I thought that's what it was because I saw all these white objects, which looked like paper in the wind, being thrown around. And then I see one of them stop and then do this. And I grabbed my camera, which was right next to me. The light was still red and I went through the sunroof. And then when the light turned green, I pulled into the parking lot and started recording these objects. And it is really amazing. It is unbelievable. There was like probably 30 of them. They scattered so fast. It was hard to find them. I'm like, they were just all together and then they all spread out. You'll see the video. You're gonna be like, all right, that's interesting.
And what did you say these objects were made of again?
Don't know.
Okay. White lights or just, anything just like within the...
White.
Okay.
Just white dots. That's what it is. This is so weird. Why can't I find it? I must have passed right by it. I'm looking for it. There's those chemtrails again.
Chemtrails.
Yeah, those are real. Chemtrails are real.
So they're spraying stuff?
Yeah. And
yeah,
go ahead.
No, okay. So okay, yes, sir. What do you call a what do you define chemtrail as? I look up in the sky, and when people describe chemtrails to me, all I see is vapor trails from the cooling of the air coming out of the exhaust of the jet.
Really?
That's all I see.
And when does that happen in the sky? Why does that happen?
Because when they reach a certain altitude, the air gets so much colder.
What altitudes do they usually form at contrails?
I want to say at least above, probably anywhere we range 32 to 36,000 feet.
Right. And these chemtrails are at 10,000, 5,000. Much lower.
On certain days? Because also there could be certain days to where the temperature, it fluctuates. It just doesn't stay at one altitude, right?
The beautiful thing about Arizona, when it's 110 degrees, there's chemtrails in the sky with 10% humidity.
At 10,000 feet? Wow. Okay. Yeah.
And I lined them up because they have monsoon seasons in Arizona. Like in the summertime, the subtropical moisture from the Baja of California feeds into Arizona and the Four Corners region. And that's only for a few times a year. But what was happening, the storms were getting so violent that people would get caught in these, floods and homes were getting ruined. Hail would destroy cars. It got really dangerous in the 80s. Then we noticed these clouds starting in 2000, early 2000s. And in 2003, I captured the biggest chemtrail I've, to this day, never seen anything bigger. And that's when it started. And what they are doing, they fly. Now, there's a thing called Dynagel. Dynagel is the substance that makes diapers, and it sucks up moisture. And on Fox News, they showed an airplane and said, if you can fill 20 of these planes up with Dynagel, as this one person suggests they could do, then you could take a Category 5 storm like Katrina and make it a Category 2. Well, that's what they were doing in Arizona. And we'd have the thunderstorms, and right where the anvil of the thunderstorm starts to crescent, that's where they would fly and break it up, because that's where everything was happening. So those storms would be very violent, but as they neared Phoenix, they would run into the chemtrail activity and they would disintegrate. And then as soon as they passed the valley 30 miles away, they would reform because there were no chemtrails. And I have satellite images. I've got TV, the Weather Channel satellite showing this. I've got it all lined up minute to minute, and I proved it, that they are killing these storms because they don't want the violent weather to be so bad for insurance companies in Arizona. And not only that, they fucked with the weather so much that it created another 10-year drought that was worse than the last one. So Arizona only gets 7.2 inches of rain a year on average. The last couple of years I was there, 4 inches. It got so bad. Anyway, but that's what I did. I did a ton of research into chemtrails because they were killing the thunderstorms, and I saw it. So I started documenting it.
I like when you went. I like when you went to the hospitals during. Over the last 2 years. I thought that was pretty wild. That was great stuff, man.
During the lockdowns, they said there were 3-4 hour waits, and I'd go to the hospital and nobody was there.
Empty. Yeah, that was good stuff.
That was crazy. That was fun. That's right. I forgot about that. Can you believe I'm still looking for this? I don't understand. There's Dynagel. Here, let me show you this video. Oh, you won't be able to hear it. Never mind. That's the thing about StreamYard. I have to download the video, and I just don't have the time. So I don't understand. A lot of people have seen the Fleet video. And I just don't know why I can't find it on my website. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's your website. It should be, that's weird.
Hold on, I know what I'm going to do. Let's go to the home page, go to the Fleet section. See, I made such a nice, it's such a cheap looking, not really cheap looking website, but it was 2005, 6, so almost had 1 million people coming every month. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of folks, man, for 1 month. Holy cow.
I was telling Dorothy, I was becoming, when I first got in the field, I was like a Jeremy Corbel. I was getting that popular. I was going on all the big radio shows and sending my videos out to everybody and really making a good name for myself. And it was interesting. And then I met Jaime Maussan, and I had to tell the truth about the lies, the bullshit that he was doing. And then after that, I found out more stuff, that MUFON was doing things and other people were talking shit and supporting hoaxes and all this other stuff because they wanted their website at the time, because there wasn't a YouTube channel thing to worry about, that they wanted the clicks and views and subscriptions to their YouTube. See, I still do it, to their websites. Now we do it on YouTube. All right, here we go. Let's see. Humanoids. No. Fleets. Here we go. All right. UFO Fleet. January. Nope. Here it is. Nope. How is this happening? Where is it? Hold on. How could it not be here? This is unbelievable. How weird is this?
Watch, you'll find it as soon as you hang up the show. You'll find it.
It's gotta be somewhere. Let me try one more look on my my downloads. I don't know. Now, how can it not be? How can I not find it on my channel? On my channel, my freaking website.
It had to be from when you were trying to like save it for your tonight's show.
No.
In the process of transferring it, right? Or just all you have to do is
No.
No.
I don't even have to do anything. I see. I'm looking at all of the videos that I showed that were. Here it is. No, that's the 2006 fleet. That's not what I want. This is bizarre what's happening right now. This is bizarre to me that I can't find my video. Fleet return. I don't want that. I want the April fleet. How weird is this? I am not happy right now.
This happens to you a lot. Do you find? I mean, do you get a weird feeling or anything like before, or like right now? There's nothing in the air. No.
Yeah, I get pissed.
Pissed. Right on.
No, nothing. No. I just don't understand why every other time I go to my website, I find the video instantly, and you're going to tell me now I can't find it? I don't understand. I don't understand. I really don't get what's going on right now. How's that possible?
Speaking of not possible, I was out in Utah for a little bit, and me and my buddy were out. You know the Big Dipper. It's probably like one of the most recognizable constellations in the sky. It was coming up over the house, and we were looking at, oh yeah, the Big Dipper, blah blah blah. It was huge in the sky, just above the horizon. And then we turn around and just start BSing some more, and then turn back around both to look at it, and it was missing stars. No cloud in the sky, no cloud, and we both saw it was like some of the stars were gone out of the constellation, and we were both kind of weirded out about it. It was like one of the most bizarre experiences I've ever had, that it was just gone. And then literally like 30 seconds later, we turn back around, blah blah blah, it's there again. No, like I said, no clouds. And you know, if we're out in the field, we have to know a little bit about weather. You know, obviously, you know, where, you know, like the muck around the horizon, everything in the sky, which makes everything twinkle.
Yeah.
Because of the atmosphere. You know, some people believe that's like, oh, look at it twinkle. It's all these colors. That's got to be this. It's got to be that. And also people, you can look up during the daytime. It's not, you just don't have to look up at nighttime, because what we want to see is some daytime footage. You know, I mean, a lot of these lights are it's just same drab stuff over and over again. So start looking up in the daytime also.
The daytime is where the money shots are going to be, because, you know, you get to see it during the day. It's not hidden.
Come on, people, get us some daytime shots. Get out there. It isn't that hard, man. It's fun. Go watch some clouds pass by. You know, pack a picnic. Do what you do, and just it's easy, man. Relax.
What I used to do, because I would go out sometimes 12, 14 hours a day. I had back then Sirius satellite and XM had just combined, and I used to just listen to Howard Stern day and night, and I was like, it was a perfect world. It was the perfect world for me, because I loved Howard Stern, and that's when I started doing my show, and around that time too. So it was a good time, man. I wasn't bored out there looking at the sky. It never got boring. You would think it would. I went out when I was sick. I went out when I was tired. I went out no matter what, whether it rained. I was doing it all the time.
Yeah, speaking about looking up, also, you had mentioned Sirius, and you know they call the Sirius logo is a dog with like a star in its eye, and that's the actual star in the sky, Sirius. If you look at Orion's belt, the 3 stars in Orion's belt point to it. And it's the brightest, one of the brightest objects. I can't picture where it is in the sky, but it's like literally one of the brightest objects.
Well, it's in the southeast sky around 3 in the morning. You'll see it. I have it on video right here. I just passed it. I can. There was a video I have of it, and I thought it was a UFO because it was so bright when I first started. It was a good. Here it is. I called it a colorful light show. I'll show it to you guys. You guys have seen. I played this before. Hold on.
Yeah. Especially when it's in the soup, real close to the horizon. Yeah, it's
that's
really
what
cool.
it was. That's what it was, and it looked like this. I'll show you. It was crazy. Yeah, people think it's like legit, but look there.
Okay, yeah. So I can see like the top of your lens. What is that up top? That's the top of your. Oh yeah, that's great.
See how the atmosphere is swirling, making the swirling around it? Even because I'm out of focus, it cuts off the top and people think that's a UFO. To this day, they're telling me I'm a disinfo guy because of this.
It's your own video and they're telling you wrong. I love that. See, that's what we need more of, more comedy.
So you guys can see me working here. So I'll just keep going until I'm not going to miss it now because I'm going. I started on, there's only 6 pages. So that's page 1. Let's see what page 2 has. It should say UFO fleet in April. If you see something, let me know. It's got to be around this area because that's when it's 2000. Oh, this is 10. So we're going to probably be page 3. There's Dynagel right there. You probably won't be able to hear it, but you'll be able to figure it out. Can you hear it?
No.
Could it help prevent hurricanes in the future? That's what a businessman thinks. He owns a company, and in Florida, all we have to do is fill 10 jets with the substance called Dynagel, and release it in the atmosphere. See? $50 million they wanted to test it, and that would be just a fraction of what it would cost compared to the damage. He says fill 10 747s. Look what year it is. 2005. It's almost 20 years ago. It's pretty cool, huh? Nobody knows about Dynagel. And it's extremely important. I wonder if they're using it.
Is this along the lines of like cloud seeding?
Yeah.
Okay.
The opposite of it.
The opposite of it. And you think about that. You can weaponize weather. You can
yeah,
make
of course. They did it in Vietnam.
Oh, it's so crazy. Yeah, anything they get the little grubby hands on.
But they did it in Vietnam. In Vietnam, they did. That's why it rained so much, because they were seeding to make it miserable.
Right. Think about what they can do now.
Oh my God, I know.
30 years from now, it's nuts.
That's what I'm saying. What they're doing now is amazing, probably, and we never know.
But I got to be honest. Wouldn't you want to be part of? Wouldn't you want to be part of some of those think tanks, though? How fun would that be?
Oh my God. It'd be a dream. Here's chemtrails equals rain, chemtrail games, UFO rendezvous, UFO. That's not a UFO. I debunked it. Weird chemtrail. Awesome. Okay, tell me that this is normal. Okay? You think they're just regular chemtrails? Oh yeah, that's normal. Come on, man. What is going on?
Jet wash? I've seen. Look at
the loops.
Okay, yeah. All right.
That's propulsion right there, man. That's like, you know?
Yeah, what the hell is that, man? It just looks, you know, oh, yeah, I don't want to bring
it. I was an accident. I shut that down.
Almost looks like an explosion, like, you know, 2 rockets went either way, but still, yeah, that's
Isn't that
weird.
Wild, though? It's so crazy cool.
Yeah, please play that again.
Oh, all right.
And this is yours.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've got 100 hours minimum, 100 tapes with chemtrails on them. This is, I mean, I have other ones that look like this, and this one even more. That thing went for a long time. But look at one side, the right and the left side. Do you see that? Look at this. It's straight on this side, but wavy on the other.
What are those? Are those the Nazca lines? You know, on Earth, it almost looks like them up in the sky.
I know. This is, but look at the loop. Isn't this bizarre? Yeah, nobody talks about this anymore because nobody's ever seen chemtrails like this either.
No,
it's one of a kind. I'm telling you.
Mm-mm.
It's a one of a kind.
I like it. It's good, man. I'm glad you showed it to me. Thanks.
Oh, for sure. Now I'm going on page 4. Well, okay, it's got to be around here. Oh, you guys can't see. Sorry. Whoops. Hey, I want you to be there. Are you there with me?
I'll be here.
Me? What happened? Wait, hold on. Wait, I'm a little confused. There we go. No, wait, where are you? There you are.
I could be anywhere by now, Rich.
I know. We're almost done tonight. I just wanted to show this.
No, not that. No, not that.
No, but I am. We're
Okay.
almost done anyway.
I got you. Okay.
I just brought it up. Yeah. Oh, I'm surprised there's people still here. All right.
God bless their souls.
Check this chemtrail out for a second. I know people like chemtrail. There it goes. Did it download? No, it didn't. Come on. There we go. Finger chemtrails, I called this. Let's see why. Oh, these are kind of normal. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is this is like another one of those. It looks like finger knuckles. Right? Look at that. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, but also
it's like an X-ray.
Like when you were focusing on the plane itself, I saw 3 chemtrails. One was, of course, 2 were the main engines, and one I think was like the auxiliary exhaust. So you can see 3 right there, right? So
no, I see 2.
Oh no! As soon as you go up to the airplane, like where it first starts, you can see 3 because I do believe one's the auxiliary exhaust.
I don't see 3 at all, bro.
Really?
I don't know where you're seeing.
Look exact. You got to look exactly behind the plane.
I did.
Okay. Like 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, right there.
Where?
No, 1, 2, 3. Like you got to see the plane. Yeah, see 1, 2, 3.
No, I see 2 trails. Where do you see 3?
I swear to God, I see 3.
How do you see 3? Hold on.
Unless it has a third engine on the.
Look,
yeah,
watch,
1, 2, 3.
1, 2. 1. What? This little thing?
Okay, you're right. Holy shit! I'm sorry.
Wait, are you talking about the ghost image from the pixel?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I put on my glasses as clear as bell. I'm so sorry to.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay,
That's
good,
so
good.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Well, you got me scared. All right, let's see.
How'd you believe it was?
I'm like, what am I missing? All right.
Sorry.
This is so strange to me, dude. I'm gonna go back to page 3. I may have skipped over it by accident. Why isn't it doing it? There we go. Why can I? Oh, I've already been here. Okay. I don't understand where my my video is. This is bizarre. I'm really, really freaking out.
Do you think it's gone? Is it gone? Okay.
It can't be. I have it on the tape. I could always get it. But it should be here.
Yeah, if that's your stuff, yeah, for sure, it should totally be there.
Okay, not there. Let's go to page 5. It has to be here. It just has to be here. Wait, what? Huge triangle.
So how long do you see this so-called page of yours?
I didn't hear you cut out. What
like how long ago? What was that? Sorry, when was the last time you saw this page of yours? That you're trying to find right now. Month ago. Okay.
It's never changed. This is the Wayback Machine because the website's dead. So I'm looking in the archives. It's not here. And I'm very, very, very confused. Here's the December 12th UFO fleet. It is nothing like the 2006 one. I mean, it's not bad, but there's a story with this fleet that this is the one where I had the feeling to go outside. The night before, I was so frustrated after doing this for 6 months and only seeing dots. You know, I told my wife, all I'm seeing is one here, one there. Why can't I see a fleet? And if I do see more than one, I want to see intelligence. I want them to show me the constellation Orion. I want them to show me the Big Dipper. I don't understand why I'm only seeing one thing, but in Mexico, they see fleets. The next day, I literally quit ufology that night, and I just charged up the camera, left it by the back door, and it was halftime at a football game at home. I was watching on TV, and I go outside to walk the dog, and I looked up just by habit and saw a flash in the sky, grabbed my camera, and captured this. So, and it formed, and not only that, it formed the Big Dipper. It formed Orion's belt, It also formed a question mark with 9 of these white dots. Why a question mark, you ask? Well, because I was questioning them. Who am I to question them? And guess what else they showed me? A genie's lamp. Why? Because I was wishing that I would see this. How fucking weird is that?
That's amazing.
And they showed me. Yeah, I'm like, when I watched that video and told the story, I couldn't believe it. I just can't believe it. But this is when I first captured it, I think. Flew, took off.
I mean, to get answers in the sky like that.
That was one of the only few times that has ever happened. So this one eventually turned into Orion. I just put up 30-second videos on the website, which was a big mistake. I took somebody's advice and they said, just put 30 seconds up because that's all people care about. Well, I found out people like seeing the whole video. So I wound up eventually putting, this was a 22-minute sighting. 22 minutes.
Yeah, there needs to be more. And then, for the folks in the audience, remember, just don't stop filming. Film all the way to the end so it disappears to, just film all the way to the end. And just, that's one of the things. Yeah, we got to see how it ends. We got to see how it maneuvers, or just how it, it just, what does it do, and does it take off? Does it disappear as a cloak?
Oh, that's not it. That's not mine. That was an accident. Yep. I thought maybe it would be over here. Let me see if it's on my other page. Yeah, you can. You want to take a smoke break? Oh, we're almost done.
Yeah,
hold on. I may have found it.
That'd be so cool.
Oh, wait a second. Maybe I did this. Hold on. I think I may have found it. Okay, let's go here. Please, please, please. No, your mother's ass. How could this be happening? Anyway. Hey, man. I'll find the video. I'll play it. Or I'll send it to you when I find it. So you
Please
can
do.
watch it. Yeah,
Thank
I'll
you.
just email it to you. No problem, buddy. Hey, thanks for coming on, dude. You made tonight freaking awesome. That was fun.
Oh, shit, man. I'm humbled, man. Really. Thank you so
Where
much.
are
It
you?
was fun.
There you are. Yeah, man.
I ask
Wasn't
myself.
it?
I ask myself that every day. Yeah, thank you, man. It was fun.
It was a
You
good
know, it was
time,
great.
man. I enjoyed talking to you a lot. This was
Oh, wow.
very relaxing. I felt like it was just us.
Yeah, that's what I turn off. I don't even have the chat on. I don't. It's just me and you right now talking.
Yeah.
I mean, I never watch. I should, but I don't know. I
No.
find this more. Because I'll lose it and I'll lose off topic, and so
That's why I
I don't know
can't.
how you guys do it.
Well, believe me, I still don't do it. But I'm getting better at it. Thanks, man. Hey, anytime you want to come on, just let me know, and you got carte blanche. So anytime.
Shit. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, brother, and all that you do. And
Thank you. Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, there it is. Honestly, dude,
Have a great
that
night,
was
everybody.
fun. All right, take care.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank you, my friend. Good night.
Anytime. Good night.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was so easy. So easy. I want to thank Nathan. He sent me $4.44 on PayPal. Thank you. If anybody has $100, just send it to Rich. No, he didn't say that. I'm saying that I need it for Friday. So if anybody has an extra hundy lying around, just throw it out there at the PayPal. I can't pay you back, but he says, I miss Coral now, but I know she'll be hanging out with me and you on the next levels, Richie. Nathan, thank you, my friend. Thank you. You're a good guy. You're one of the few out there, buddy, that I trust. So your words hold weight, and thank you for everything you do. Coral. Everybody, just find it a minute. Just if you could, just try to reach out to Coral and let her know you miss her and you love her. Okay? Just do that. You'll feel better. And I'll keep trying to keep the legacy forever for Coral. She deserved that. But thank you, moderators. Thank you, super chatters, for everything you've done. And the support's been unreal. Thank you. And newcomers and veterans, good job. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You don't have to share it, but I like if you could. But give it a thumbs up. Comment, say what you liked or disliked or what you would like to see happen on this show. Do you want more public interaction with the Goof On, or do you want more interviews with, top of the food chain, whoever that is? Tell me what you want. Just put it in the comment section. I'm trying to get more regular in there. If you haven't noticed, I'm trying to reply to everybody. It's not easy every day, but I'm making the effort. So thank you for that. And we'll be back tomorrow night. 7. Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow's Thursday. We'll be here unless something else happens. But hey, we're always true. Truthology for ufology. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. And thank you, Greg O'Brien, for making tonight incredible. That was the fastest 45, 50 minutes. I needed that. Thank you, brother. Everybody have a great night. We will see you mañana. Alien bless.
Unidentified flying object.